This is Prince Emalia, known to real name, aged 22 years and a resident of Bokoto in Kampala. He welcomes me with a warm smile, not ashamed of discussing with us what kind of business he engages in for a living. When we eventually settle down to share his story, Prince Emalia, as he's commonly known amongst his peers, confesses to me he's a male sex worker. All happy about it, Emalia tells me he has been doing this kind of work for the last 11 years. Having been raised in a disadvantaged family, not having the basic needs for his daily life, Prince Emalia says his peers persuaded him into this sex venture when he was still a minor.
Ever since I was born, my family wasn't that good. We had issues at home. My dad passed away when I was around 5 years, and I was only staying with my mom. She wasn't doing fine. So I decided to join my friends, a few friends of mine, to sex work. Yeah, so I started doing sex work when I was around 11 years.
Since then, he did not look back, as the little finances he got from the job helped him cater for his needs, such as education and other basic necessities.
I finished my Form 6 last year, and I've been paying my school fees from sex work. I've been able to buy my own house. I'm renting. I've been able to acquire a few things from sex work.
According to him, his clientele are both women and men between the ages of 30 and 60. He says most of them are married and are only looking for satisfaction from elsewhere.
They're like their husbands or their fiancé boyfriends don't satisfy them. Don't like they always travel around. They're not at home, so that's why they always come to me, or even to other young boys who are energetic, who will be there anytime they need them.
Just like Prince, Najib Kawi is also involved in male prostitution and is not afraid of opening up to the world. Najib, also in his 20s, says he joined the sex business in 2008 after encountering some family problems.
Most male sex workers are either bisexual or gay. So in most cases, the homophobia that maybe he was thrown out of the house, they cannot earn a living, the family doesn't want him.
Like him, Najib says hundreds of men are joining the booming business to get quick money, since they have failed to get jobs and are afraid of involving themselves in crime. But prostitution itself is illegal in the country.
People may decide that instead of doing another work, I'll use my body to earn a living. And the reality is also the circumstances.
Another who prefers anonymity calls himself the Arcade. According to Arcade, he joined the sex business 6 years ago, and it's very difficult for him to let go since he has got a lot to show from it.
I looked for jobs, but in Uganda, even if it's a white collar paying job, you find being at my age, you need a laptop, you need what of millions. Yeah? You find our parents are so poor in Uganda, they can't afford that. How much he thinks paying you tuition is done. Yet you need a lot of things to do. Yeah, I've got a lot of things. Sometimes I have my business. When I feel like I should give myself a break, I go run my business.
Unlike the women sex workers who even offer their services at as little as 500 shillings, the men are expensive. They charge from 100,000 shillings to as much as 1 million shillings, depending on the duration, class of the client, as well as whether the client is female or male.
For the male, each client I can get 200 or 250 from one client compared to the women. If the day has worked good, I can get 5 clients.
I can make millions in a day. Yeah. Sometimes you can take a month without getting even 50,000. Yeah. It depends in a month, Valentine's Day, what.
Despite the achievements they boast of, these men have also encountered some challenges along the way.
You can negotiate with a certain client, then reaching there, you find that 2 or 3 women, and they all want you. And in most cases, you find they want live sex. Yeah, they don't want to protected sex, and so that is a challenge because there is of diseases, HIV and STIs and STDs.
These sex workers are money-minded. A client comes to you and says, "Oh, Najib, I want sex." You propose the amount you want. he tells you, I'm doubling that without condom. So you are left, in most cases, it's a dilemma, it's a very hard situation.
Sometimes you go insecure, someone, you do sex, like, you want to do protected sex, he's like, I want unprotected one. You end up doing unprotected sex. It wasn't your intention.
Competition exists even in this kind of trade, but the biggest is the wrath of female sex workers who accuse them of threatening their business.
There is a demand in the first place, and of course, choice.
It's a competition, and the fact that these days men are mostly bold compared to women, but the fact that men are few, it's not that tight.
My fellow female sex workers could, like, at times isolate me, discriminate me from, and like could chase me from where we always park.
A report released this month by Kampala Capital City Authority and the Alliance of Mayors and Municipal Leaders on HIV and AIDS in Africa, a non-government organization, indicated that there are 45 spots hosting male sexual workers in Kampala alone. Out of the 253 men who confess working as sex workers, 106 are from Kawempe Division, 76 from the Central Division, 70 from Rubaga Division, 51 from Machindi, and 18 in Nakawa Division. Reports now indicate the increasing number of people involved in prostitution is the cause of the high HIV and AIDS prevalence rates in the country. In an attempt to reduce this prevalence, the male sex workers under the umbrella body Uganda Harmonized Rights Alliance are sensitizing their colleagues about the scourge.
It's something that we always say, that however much someone's giving you billions and billions to have unprotected sex, it's not safe. So better take the little when you are sure of your life, because that much you are getting that very time may not be worth the virus that you may acquire.
For some time now, it's the female sex that has been known to venture into this kind of business, and with the male counterparts coming on board, no one knows what it will take, as competition is high, since they threaten to take their notch a little bit higher. Shamim Batal, WBS News, Kampala.